Hello students, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. See, in our last lecture of time series Statistics Standard 12, we will complete with the illustration number 1 to 5. See, illustration 1 to we are skipping because it is a graphical method. Illustration 3, 4 and 5 will complete, and now the homework is also complete by yourself. That is homework. What is your homework? Exercise 3.2 for 4.2 1, 2, 3 and section E. Exercise 4 section E 1 and 2. See, I hope so that you complete all the homework in your exercise book, and if there is any difficulties then WhatsApp me personally in my number. My last lecture of this chapter is about doubt lectures. That's why please send me your doubts. And now we'll move forward to next illustration, that is illustration number 6. Okay, so read the question first. Page number 170. The data about the monthly sales in 1000 rupees of the company are given in the following table. Fit the linear trend and show it graphically. See here, what is the two question? First question is fit a linear trend. In illustration number 5, we find out the last column, that is trend values. Here again we have to find out that trend values because the question is fit the linear trend. So we'll have to move these three columns T square. Now see, this is your month is given January to June, then 1000 sales in 1000 rupees, Y is given. Now you prepare the T column, that is time column, always fixed, that is your fixed data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then T square, Ty, and the next column is trend value, right? So that is the first question, fit the linear trend and show it graphically. That is the second question. See, we skip the method of graph, that's why we have to leave a half page for that particular show it graphically question. So in after completing this question, we have to leave half page for the particular graphical method. Whenever we are doing in our regular lecture, we have to complete it at that time. Okay, so the next question is estimate the sales for the month of August using the equation method. That is again a practical question and we'll do with this. Okay, so complete this. So first of all, start the question. Month January to June is given. Then the data of Y 80, 85, 90, 76, 82 and 88 is given. Now the total, that is sigma Y is 501. From that we find out the Y bar, that is sigma Y upon N, 501 upon 6 months, that's why divided by 6, that is Y bar is equal to 83.50. Now T is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find out the total, that is sigma T is equal to 21. T bar again is equal to sigma T upon N, and 21 divided by 6, that is 3.5. First of all, whenever the question regarding trend, we have to find out these two values, that is Y bar and T bar. Now only one method, only one formula for that. That's why we have to do the Ty, that is multiplication column, and the T square column. Two columns for the find out the trend, or first of all linear equation. So Ty, multiplication of these two, 80 into 1, 80, 85 into 2, 170, 90 into 3, 270, 76 into 4, 304, 82 into 5, 410, and 88 into 6, 528. Make the total, that is sigma Ty. Sigma Ty is equal to 80 plus 170 plus 270 plus 304 plus 410 and plus 528. That is 726. See here, the sigma Ty is 726. 1726, sorry, 1726, then T square 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36. Sigma T square is equal to 36 plus 25 plus 16 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1, that is 91. See here, we are leaving some space for trend value because the question is fit the trend, right? So first of all we are leaving this. Then what is the formula for that? Here we are writing that y cap is equal to a plus b t is the formula, right? Here the formula for b is equal to n sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y upon n sigma t square minus sigma t whole square. This is the formula. Now put the values here. N is equal to 6 years. Sigma ty 1726 minus sigma t is equal to 21. Sigma y is equal to 501. Then 6 into sigma t square, that is 91, minus sigma t, that is 21 whole square. So now multiply it or simplify it by yourself. 1726 into 6, that is 10,572. 17, it is not 1726. 80 plus 170 plus 270 plus 304 plus 410 plus 528. It is 1762. Sorry, 1762. So now multiply 1762 into 6, that is 10,572 minus 21 into 501, that is 10,521 divided by 6 into 91, 546 minus 21 square, that is 441. So now the simplification is 51 divided by 105. So the value of B is equal to 0.4857. So the approximate value of B is equal to 0.49. See, it is 0.49. Now we will find out the value of A. A is equal to y bar minus B into T bar. What is your value of y bar? That is 83.50. Write down here. Minus 0.49. T bar is equal to what? 3.5. So 83.50 minus 0.49 into 3.5, 1.715. So 83.5 minus 1.715 is equal to 81.785. So your approximate value of A is equal to 81.79. These are the two values of B and A, and now we find out the trend or linear equation. First of all, What is linear equation? Y cap is equal to A plus BT. What is A? That is 81.79 plus B is equal to 0.49 T. This is our first linear equation. Now we have to put this here and find out the trend values. So here we have to write that trend values. What is the trend? Y cap is equal to 81.79 plus 0.49 T. And in my last lecture I explained how can we find out the trend. First of all, we have to put just only 1 into this and find out the values. First of all, here we are putting T is equal to 1. When T is equal to 1, Y cap is equal to 81.79 plus 0.49 into 1, that is 81.79 plus 0.49, that is total of these, that is 81.79 plus 0.49, 82.28. So the first value is 82.28 when Y cap 1 is equal to the value of first trend, January month's trend value is equal to 82.28. You have to just find out only one. When they ask the find out trend values, you have to just find out first value and then add this one. This one means 0.49, that is T. Value of T added to this and find out the next values. That is second month value is 82.29 plus 0.49, that is 82.78 plus 0.49, that is 83.27 plus 0.49, that is 83.76 plus 0.49, that is 84.25 and plus 0.49, that is 84.74. Now first question is complete. Fit a linear trend. First question is complete and thus show it graphically. Leave half page then for the graphical method. And then the last question, estimate the sales for the month of August. See, here we have to see that in January we are writing 1. That is January is our first month. February second month, March is third month, April fourth month, May is fifth month, and June is sixth month. And they are asking about August month. See, for August we have to write that we are taking T is equal to 8, that is T8, and we have to find out the value of T8. Why 8? After June is a 6th month. July, after June it is July, that is 7th month, and they are asking about August, that's why that is our 8th month. That's why we are taking 8, T is equal to 8. So here putting we are the values. Y cap is equal to 81.79 plus 0.49 T. Now we are putting the values, that is T is equal to 8, 81.79 plus 0.49 into 8, 3.92. Here what is the value? Plus 81.79. So the value is 85.71. See, these are the here the sum is complete. First question for find out the linear equation. We are finding out the linear equation. Then we have to find out the trend values. Fit the line trend for that. That is the trend values here. And after that we have to show it graphically. We are leaving half page for the graphical method. And the last question, find out the values of August, that is here. So first of all, write down the question and answer. Now complete illustration number 6. Now move forward to illustration number 7. First of all, read the question on page number 172. See, this is your short sum which will ask in section D. Okay, for 3 marks. You obtain the linear equation for the trend for the time series with the n is equal to 8, sigma y is equal to 344 and sigma ty is equal to 1342. See, it is a most important sum because it was asking in previous year's papers for 2 or 3 times, and similar questions, that is the only the values is changed. See, asking method or style is not changed, only the values here, numbers are changed, nothing else changed. So it is most important sum. So carefully, see it carefully. See, n is given, sigma y is given, sigma ty is given. First of all, we have to find out the linear equation. Y cap is equal to a plus b t. We have to find out this. Okay, for this we have to find out what is b. B is equal to n sigma ty. Sigma ty is given. Okay, minus sigma t. See here, sigma t is not given. In the information given, sigma t is not given. Then sigma y, then n sigma t square. See, t is not given as well as t square is also not given. So first of all, we have to find out these two values and then we can find out the linear trend or we can find out the equation. Okay, so sigma t all square. So first of all, from this information we have to find out sigma t and sigma t square. Okay, what is that? T is equal to and t square is equal to what? See, n is equal to 8. So whenever n is equal to 5, n is equal to 6, n is equal to 7, n is equal to 8, we have to just write t as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Like that. So here n is equal to 8. So we have to write t is up to 8. So your t column is 1 to 8. Now what is the column of t square? 1 square, that is 1, then 4, then 9, then 16, then 25, then 36, then 49, and then 64. So on the basis of these two, we can find out the sigma t. Yes. What is the total of these two? Then sigma t square. Yes. We can find out also this. So whenever t is not given, only n is given. On the basis of n, we can find out the t and t square. And from these, we can find out the full all b's values. That is all the formulas values. Now, what is the total? Make the total 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, that is 36. Here sigma t is equal to 36, right? Okay. Now, what is the total of square? Here the total is 204. Right? Now we have to find out t bar for A. Here t bar is equal to sigma t upon n, that is 36 by 8, 4.5. Then we have to find out y bar again for A, that is y bar is equal to sigma y upon n, that is 344 upon 8, that is 43. So we have now y bar as 43 and t bar as 4.5, right? Okay. Now we can put the values of t and t bar into this formula. N is equal to 8, sigma ty is equal to 1342 minus sigma t. Now sigma t is equal to 36. We have a value of sigma t. Then sigma y, it is already given 344, then divided by n is equal to 8 sigma t square. We have a value of sigma t square from here 204 minus sigma t, that is 36 all square. Now make the calculation. 10,736 minus 12,384. Okay, 8 into 204, 163,432 minus 36 whole square 1296. 10,736 minus 12,384 minus 1648 divided by 336. So the value of B is minus 4.9048. So the approximate value is equal to minus 4.90 or 4.9. You can say the 4.9 again also. Here you can write 4.9048. So here 4, that's why we are not adding any amount. Here the answer is 4.90. And if we can write 4.90, or we can write as 4.9 as your B, minus 4.9. Now A is equal to Y bar minus B into T bar. A, what is your Y bar? Here we find out the Y bar, that is 43, minus what is your B? Minus 4.9. See here we have to write into bracket because here minus and here also minus. Then T bar, that is 4.5, multiply with T bar. So first of all 43, here minus minus plus. So 4.9 into 4.5, multiply this, is equal to 22.05. So first of all we have to add 22.05 to 43, that is 65.05. So your A is equal to 65.05 and your B is equal to minus 4.9, and we have to just find out a linear equation, that is here y cap is equal to A plus BT. So A is equal to what? 65.05. B is equal to what? Minus 4.9 into T. See here, first of all here plus. So we have to write plus, but B's value is minus 4.9 into T. That's why we are writing like this. And the original last answer is 65.05. Then plus minus 4.9 T. Here your linear equation is complete. So find out the linear equation, obtain the linear equation for the trend. Here your linear equation. So here your 3 mark sum is complete. First of all write down this. Okay guys, complete illustration number 7. Now the exercise 4.2. Next, 1, 2, 3 question is already done in your homework. So your today's homework is exercise 4.2 question number 4, and here we are completing exercise 4.2. Now the third method of this chapter and the last method of this chapter is method of moving average. That is on page number 173. See, it is very easy, and it is easy that very easy because wait. Okay, complete illustration number 7. Now time for exercise 4.2. See, in my last lecture we'll done with the exercise 4.2 question number 1, 2, 3 in your homework. Now today's homework is exercise 4.2 question number 4. Okay, Now next method is method of moving averages. Okay, see, it is the very easy method because here we have to find out just only average. That is, see here, what is your x bar? X bar is equal to sigma x upon n. What is that? Total of all observation divided by number of observation. Here same method only for 3-year moving average, 4-year moving average or 5-year moving average. That is 3 observations average, 4 observations average and 5 observations average. So it is the easiest method from all 12th syllabus. So it is very easy. Okay, we will move forward to illustration number 8. Read the question on page number 173. The number of accounts opened in the different weeks in a branch of a certain bank are given below. Total number of accounts weekly. Find the trend using 3 weekly. Underline this word. That is your main question. 3 weekly. So we have to find out 3 weekly moving average. Okay, so first of all, write down the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 week is given. Y, number of accounts open, that is your Y. It is given 26 account, 27 account, then 26, 25, 22, 24, 25, 23, 22 and 21. Now we have to find out 3 weekly moving average. So first of all, for that we have to find out 3 weekly moving total. First of all we have to find out the total, and then number of total is divided by number of year or week, and we can find out the average. So here the 3 week total we have to write into the center, first, second and third. 3 week total we have to write into the center. That's why we have to write here 26 plus 27 plus 26. We are writing here 26 plus 27 plus 26. So the total is, first of all write the total, that is 79. We have to write that here 26 plus 27 plus 26, 3 weekly moving average. So first, second and third, 3 week moving average we have to write into the center. So in first year we have to write the dash, because we cannot find out 3-year average from first year. That's why we have to write dash, and average of these 3 we have to write into the center, and that is 26 plus 27 plus 26, that is 79. Now what is the next? See here, we have to make the total of these 3. We have to skip first and add the fourth. So what is the next center value? That is 79. See, the total of these 3 is 79. So first of all we have to write that 79, and we have to less this one and we have to add this one. That is minus 26 plus 25. And we can find out the 3 years total, 3 week total. So here 27 plus 26 and 25. If you make the total in your calci, that is the same, that is 78. Find out by yourself. 27 plus 26 plus 25. In your calci, the total is 78. But this can be find out by subtracting first one and adding the fourth one from this total. So 79 minus 26 plus 25, and this we have to continue this, that is 78. Now which one we have to subtract? Now see here 26, so we have to subtract now 27, next one, and we are adding 25, so add the next one, that is 22. Here we have to see which amount is subtracted, next value we have to subtract, and here we have to see which amount is added, we have to add the next one, and we can find out the value. So 78 we have to write first the total, then subtract the next value, that is after 26, that is 27, and add the next value, that is after 25, the value is 22. So that is the answer is 5, that is 73. Answer is 73. Now next one we have to write. See here, this is the center of 25, then 22. We have to write 73 minus, what is the next value from 70 to 27, that is 26. We have to less that, and after 22 we have to add 24. See, this method is very easy, but you have to be careful about this value, which one we have to subtract and which one we have to add for the 3 weekly moving total. So here now 4, so 69. Now 69 minus which one, after 26 we have to subtract 25, and after 24 we have to add 25. So we are adding minus subtracting 25 and adding 25, so no change, that is the answer is 69. Next one, 69 minus which we are subtracting 25, then 22. So 22 minus plus, after 25 we have to add 23. So here 70 is the answer. Now from 70 we have to subtract 24, that is after 22 the amount is 24, and after 23 the amount is 22. So we have to add 22, and the answer is 68. Next one, 68 minus, after 25 we have to subtract 25, then after 22 we have to add 21. So here the answer is 64. And then we cannot add extra amount, that's why here we have to write dash, that is in 3 weekly moving total we cannot find out first and last values total as well as averages. So at the time of moving average of 3 year or 3 weekly moving average, we have to just write dash in first and last, and we have to write dash from 3 year moving average or 3 week moving average in first and last year or week. Okay, so now find out the averages. That is here the answer, main answer 79 divided by 3. Why? Because we have to find out 3 weekly moving average. Here 3 weekly moving total, and then we have to find out the average like this, sigma x upon n, that is 3 years total, 3 week total is 79 divided by 3 is equal to, what is the answer? Find out. 79 by 3 is equal to 26.33. Now here 78 by 3, that is 26. Now 73 by 3, 24.33. Now 69 by 3, 23. Again 69 by 3 is equal to 23. Then 70 by 3, 23.33. 68 by 3, 22.67, and 64 by 3, that is 21.33. See here, we have to find out moving average of 3 weekly moving average. So in that, week is given, number of accounts open, that is values or observation is given, we have to find out first column is 3 weekly moving total, that is total of these 3, and we have to write that total into the center, that is in second year or second week. 26 plus 27 plus 26, that is 79. Next first one we have to less, and the last one, that is fourth one, we have to add. That's why 79 minus, that is 26 minus plus 25, and we find out the values like that. And from these 3 weekly moving total, we have to find out 3 weekly moving average divided by 3 by dividing 3. So your 3 mark sum, or maybe it will be asked in 5 marks, is complete here. Write down. So complete illustration number 8. Now move forward to illustration number 9. See, 3-year moving average will ask in 3 mark or 5 mark, but 5-year moving average must ask in 5 mark. Now next question is for 5-year moving average. Find the trend using 5 yearly moving average. Underline this word, 5 yearly moving averages for the following data about the yearly production in tons of a factory. The data is given for 2006 to 2016, that is 11 years, right? And the production is on tons is also given like this. If we are leaving one line between these, it is better presentation. See here, in 3-year moving average and in 5-year moving average, if we are leaving one line, it is for better presentation. It is not compulsory, but when we are doing 4-year moving average, we have to leave one line between these for the calculation purpose. But here in 3-year moving average and in 5-year moving average, if we are leaving one line, it is better for the presentation's point of view, right? Now this is the question. Production 112, then 106, 93, 90, 114, 159, 170, 130, 108, 113 and 115. And see here the time, that is T column is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, it is also not compulsory if you have to write. I am writing because in the question, in the answer, in the textbook it is given, but it is not compulsory to write. So you can write or you cannot write. It is depend on you. Okay. So now first main thing is year-end production is given. We have to find out the 5-year moving total and then average. First of all, we have to find out the total. What is the center point of 5-year moving total? See here, this one is the 5-year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And which one is the center? 3rd year is your center. 1st, 2nd, 4th and 5th. So 3rd year is your center. And we have to write the total in center only. Right? So here in 3-year moving average, we are skipping first and last. Right? We are leaving first and last. But in 5-year moving total or 5-year moving average, we have to dash, make the dash in first, second, first 2 and the last 2. Because we cannot find out the average of this first and second, because the center of these 5 is 3rd one. That's why we have to write the total, that is 5 yearly moving total, into the center of this, that is 3rd year. See here, the total is 112 plus 106 plus 93 plus 90 and plus 114. So the total is, make the total, 515. One 112 plus 106 plus 93 plus 90 plus 114 is equal to 515 is the total. Right? Now again the same method, that is we have to subtract this one, that is first one, and we have to add the sixth one. See here, we have to subtract this and we have to add this from the total of 515 to make the average of these and these. First, second, third, fourth and fifth. Now we have to write down the total of these 5. We are subtracting this one and we are adding this one to the total of these 5 year moving total, and we got the 5 year moving total of the next 5 year. That is 515 minus 112 plus 159. See here, we have to subtract this one and we have to add next one, that is after 114. Which one? That is 159. We have to add this and first we have to subtract. So make the total 515 minus 112 plus 159. That is 562. That is the average of, see, this is the average of these 5 and we have to write into the center, that is 90, that is 4th year, that is the total 5 year moving total. Okay, now next one, 562 minus after 112, which one is that? 106. So subtract this, and after 159, which one is that? Here 170. So we have to add this. See again, we have to write this total here, 515 here, 562 here. We have to subtract first one, then second one. We have to add sixth one here, then seventh one. This is the main method to find out 5 yearly moving total. 562 minus 106 plus 170, that is 626. Now next, 626 minus after 106, see here, after 106 we have to subtract 93, and after 170 we have to add 130. So 626 minus 93 plus 130, that is 626 minus 93 plus 130, 663. Then for this 663, this one minus 93, after 93 which one? 90. So we have to subtract 90 and add, after 130 we have to add 108. So 663 minus 90 plus 108, that is 681. Here we have to write 681 minus after 90 which one? 114. So we have to minus 114, and after 108 we have to add 113. So the answer is 680. See here, the difference between these two, and we have to subtract only one, that is 680. Now from 680 we have to subtract, after 114 which amount is that? 159, and we have to add after 113 115. So 680 it is 636. Okay, and last two, we cannot find out the average of these two because we cannot add. See here, 115 is the last amount which we are adding in the 9th year. That's why if we have to find out the 10th year moving 5 year moving total, we have to add one amount which we haven't. That's why we cannot find out these 2 year. That's why we have to write dash here in first two, and the last two we have to write down the dash. So 5 year moving total of middle 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 year is given here, and we have to find out now 5 year moving average. It is so simple. Now 515 divided by 5 is your answer. See, 515 divided by 5, it is 103. Now 562 divided by 5, 112.4. Then 626 divided by 5, 125.2. And 663 divided by 5, it is 132.6. Then 681 divided by 5, it is 136.2. Now 680 divided by 5, that is 136. Here, sorry, 681 divided by 5 is equal to 136.2. Then 680 divided by 5 is equal to 136. And then 636 divided by 5 is equal to 127.2. And again we have to write dash in first and second and 10th and 11. That is, in first two and in last two we have to write down the dash, because we cannot find out first two and last two. Okay, this is your 5 mark sum. First of all, write down this. Okay, completing illustration number 9. Now we have just one method, that is illustration number 10, that is 4 year moving average. We will discuss in our next lecture. Here I am completing my sessions, and now time for homework. See, in the middle of the lecture I will give you the homework of exercise 4.2 question number 4. Next homework is exercise 4.3 question number 1 and 3, because question number 2 and 4 are 4 year moving average, that is just like illustration number 10, and we will discuss in our next lecture. That's why we have to just do only 2 questions, that is exercise 4.3 question number 1 and 3. And in my last lecture I will give you the homework of section E question number 1 and 3. Just like same as 1 to 5 2 to 5, 3 to 5 illustration. And now in exercise 4, now the homework of exercise 4 section D, question number 10 and 11. Question number 10 is same as illustration number 7, and 11 is 3 year moving average. And now exercise 4 section E. See, 1 and 2 is over, 3 and 5 we have to do, and fourth one is 4 year moving average, so we have to skip it right now because illustration 10 is remaining. And in section F we have to write question number 1, 3 and 4. See, whenever it is the graphical method is asked, in these questions we have to leave half page. For that, see, read the question carefully, because if graph is asking in these questions, we have to leave half page for that particular answer. So here it is your homework, and I hope you complete all these before my next lecture, because in my next lecture I am giving you the illustration number and explain you illustration number 10 and your doubts. So please send me your doubts from this exercise, from this homework before my next lecture. Okay, thank you all. First two and last two. Okay, this is your 5 mark sum. First of all, write down this. Okay, completing illustration number 9. Now we have just one method, that is illustration number 10, that is 4-year moving average. We will discuss in our next lecture. Here I am completing my sessions and now time for homework. See, in the middle of the lecture I will give you the homework of exercise 4.2 question number 4. Next homework is exercise 4.3 question number 1 and 3, because question number 2 and 4 are 4-year moving average, that is just like illustration number 10, and we will discuss in our next lecture. That's why we have to just do only 2 questions, that is exercise 4.3 question number 1 and 3. And in my last lecture I'll give you the homework of section E question number 1 and 3. Just like same as 1 to 5 2 to 5, 3 to 5 illustration. And now in exercise 4, now the homework of exercise 4 section D, question number 10 and 11. Question number 10 is same as illustration number 7 and 11 is 3-year moving average. And now exercise 4 section E, see 1 and 2 is over, 3 and 5 we have to do, and fourth one is 4-year moving average, so we have to skip it right now because illustration 10 is remaining. And in section F we have to write question number 1, 3 and 4. See, whenever it is the graphical method is asked in these questions, we have to leave half page. For that, see, read the question carefully, because if graph is asking in these questions, we have to leave half page for that particular answer. So here it is your homework, and I hope you complete all these before my next lecture, because in my next lecture I am giving you the illustration number and explain you illustration number 10 and your doubts. So please send me your doubts from this exercise, from this homework before my next lecture. Okay, thank you all.